Okay guys, what's good? Welcome back. So if you're clicking on this video, you are here for the spring anime that are out, which ones I'm ending up, I guess, choosing finally. It's been a long time since I made a video like this. Very long time, because usually I know exactly what I want to do and it's like very clear to me and I just go with it. But this is like the first season in a while where there's so many to the point that like there's a lot that I am happy to do. So I needed some help, some direction. I wanted to know what you guys were thinking in this case so that it could just help me pick, because this was overwhelming. I also just watched Tonikawa and it was like a smack in the face just telling me like, Lara, take it easy. You're working too hard. So I did want to take this season, I did want to take this season easy a little bit. And not do as many so I can have time to go out and do other things when people ask me to. I'm usually always like, sorry guys, I'm busy, but I should definitely get out and stop being too busy. So I wanted to take a break before summer because I feel like summer is gonna be insane, but spring is pretty insane too. So yesterday I made a post asking you guys out of the list, which mind you, the list was in no particular order. It seems like some people thought that like, oh, some things were lower than they should have been. Like, bro, that list was not in any order. I did put like the ones that I am most likely doing on top and the rest are just in whatever order. And honestly, there was an overwhelming winner. There was an overwhelming winner as well as an overwhelming top three. There's a very clear top three, which is quite surprising to me, but there's a very clear top three, which I guess are probably the ones I'm gonna go for. So stick around to the end and I'll mention what they are, but I kind of just wanted to go through like the list a little bit and I want to share your thoughts because I have watched all of it. I have watched all of it and I like a lot of it. So I guess I figured I could just like share my thoughts a little bit on it. So mind you, okay, I want you guys to know, before every anime season comes out, I do my research. This is a hobby. I love anime. It'll always be a hobby for me to just watch anime, of course. However, naturally, at this point in time in my life, it has kind of become a profession in a way. So, yes. So I always make sure to be organized before a season starts. I look up everything that I expect to come out and I decide everything that I'm interested in. And I know I'm going to check them out and then get a feel for them, yada, yada, yada. This is like a calendar. It's literally for 2021, 2022, but I'm like, just change the dates because I didn't use it at all. And it's so pretty. Like, I should take this off. It's kind of cute though. I don't know, whatever. So it's my color, we vibing. Let me cover this part real quick. But I wrote a list before the season started. So this is my list. And these are the ones I had told myself, okay, based on what I'm reading for the summary, I'm interested in checking these out. Oshi No Ko, hella popular, and it was also in my to check out list, but for some reason at some point I thought, oh, it's probably just gonna be like an idol show, like I'm sure it's not gonna be that big a deal, maybe I could just push it aside, but naturally I still checked it out. Yeah, and then I also wrote it in my calendar on my phone so I could remind me, like that's how that's how I got it together. So I'll start quickly from the top. Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise I'm really enjoying, and I love the fact that they added a romance twist to it. It definitely, I love me romance, so it definitely, for a show that is just so gore and just ruthless in the way that it is, I feel like the story is just going to be a very nice watch overall. And I don't know, I kind of want to see Gabimaru's, you know, journey to becoming free and getting back with his wife. Like, I love it. Heavenly Delusion. I am really enjoying this. It's giving very like Shinsekai Yori, Darling in the Franxx, Touch of Promised Neverland. It's giving these kind of vibes, which I guess is kind of interesting, but also like a weird air. But the animation is movie quality. It's stunning. I'm obsessed. And very interesting characters, as well as like just really the mystery behind what is going on in this world. What's with the boy and his look-alike, and MC the girl, which seems to be a man on the inside, which I have my theories about. And it's just very interesting. The animation and the monsters and the situation is very interesting to me, so I'm really enjoying that. On the list, for example, Demon Slayer is number 3. If I had to be honest, for me, I think Demon Slayer is on top this season. It's number 1. I love Demon Slayer so much. And because I have high anticipation, I've seen more content, it's on top for me. And obviously, like, the others are, like, new, so I'm getting into them. We're gonna see what they're about. But yeah, Demon Slayer season 3 is the most exciting for me right now. So we have that. Y'all already know Demon Slayer is just really nice and really enjoyable. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is a series I've done all the first 2 seasons for, and I just love me some Senku. I love it when he talks. I love it when he says all his smarts, and I love seeing them invent things and seeing their kind of early on stages. It's really cool, and the art style, I love it. It's fun. Tonikawa. Tonikawa is this show always has me on edge. It's really funny. And it's really adorable. Like, they're so cute, this couple. Nasa, though, is really, like, peak. He's really husbando level, really high. Like, just the qualities they gave him are just really awesome. And he's just kind of Senku level smart when he be talking. And then it just throws in some scenes that you don't expect. Like, these kiss scenes, you don't expect them to be like that. But then they just throw them in there. So that's a lot of fun as well. However, Tonikawa, believe it or not, is one that I'm considering leaning back on a little bit. And I'll explain a little bit more why near the end, but we'll see. Mashle, Magic and Muscles. Yo, this one is killing it. This one is killing it, and I just finished watching episode 2, and like, where does this soundtrack come from? What? It's killing it. I love Mash. He's very special as an MC. I feel like he's quite different than what I expected. And I always love me some surprising touches to characters. It makes me feel a type of way I didn't expect to see. So it's like always this weird feeling of, oh my god, like his personality stands out even more than it would because I just don't expect these qualities. So it just really stands out and creates an impact. I also just want to see him kill it with his no power self while being super strong and being a sweetheart, and I want some cream puffs now too. Anyways, I look forward to his dorm life, and this episode was so much fun for me, so I'm loving it. Yamada, of course, Yamada. So Yamada is definitely really high up there in requests, and I get why. Like, I love it, and Yamada is, y'all already know me, okay? So Yamada be killing it without trying to kill it. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, the girl, the MC, she going through it. She going through it. Dangers in my heart. Oh my god. I'm so upset because if I was superhuman or something, I would do a lot of these because this season has a lot that I would love to react to. Dangers in my heart. At first, I was concerned because when I first started watching episode 1, I was like, oh, giving me, you know, school. Like, he looks like someone that would school, you know, like be a school, like, you know what I'm saying? And that concerned me. I was like, I know I didn't take it too seriously, but it was kind of hard for me to just kind of like la-di-da and laugh it off when I've been seeing so many things lately about, you know, unsafe school incidents and stuff like that, and the things that have been going down in certain schools in the States. And it was just hard to just like watch this kid literally saying he wants to he wants to end his his classmates, and how he wanted to particularly end her. I was like, I've seen too many stories, man. I've seen too many stories with this reality. So at first I was like, oh gosh, I can't just like, I wasn't taking it too seriously. Like, I wasn't mad. It wasn't that deep. But I wasn't like laughing it off the way I think the show was trying to give. I think the show was trying to be like, LOL, look at this dude. Like, but me, I was just like, I just read something the other day. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, all this noise, by the way, is my flipping cats playing over there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and at first I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, okay, I hope the show's not gonna just be too much like this, because like, I don't know if it's gonna give off to me what it wants to give. But I ended up really digging it. Because the tall girl, she's weird. She's really weird. But my favorite one actually ended up being the MC, the boy, because he became so cute. Like, he's adorable. Like, he gives me, like, you know, a teasing Takagi, like Takagi-san, whatever. Like, he's giving that anime the boy, and I think he has the same VA. But, like, it's just, his voice actor is really adorable, and he's actually a knight in shining armor, which really is a contradictory to his initial impression and how they were trying to describe him at first. He's literally her knight in shining armor, and he's so cute about it when he blushes and when he was, like, meowing. I'm sorry. I fell in love with him. He was really adorable, honestly. So I do love that one as well. My Home Hero. So when I first watched it, okay, this one I was very, very excited for, by the way. It was one that I was almost positive I was gonna react to. Then when I watched the first episode, I was like, why is the animation quality was pretty low. I was very disappointed because from the cover art, I really thought this was giving some like Spy Family type animation. Like I was just expecting like that kind of quality, but the animation quality is pretty low. So I was a little sad about that. But the storyline though, I was like, okay, number one, kudos to the parents. They're clearly out here for their kid. The wife shocked me. I'm like, girl, you are a ride or die. Like, she's a real one. Like, the parents are real ones, but they're a little scary though. I'm like, how come y'all just with it? Like, y'all didn't even really have a moment of panic. I'm like, oh my God, this just happened. Oh my God, honey, how could you? I don't know, like, there's nothing. Like, it was just, they were with what they had to do. And I was like, that level of maturity is next level. But at the same time, I was just like, this is coming off a little too easy for y'all. But honestly, it is pretty interesting. I do like it, and I'm definitely still gonna watch it personally. I'm very much enjoying the suspense and like how are they gonna hide this and make it out. I'm trying to be very vague, by the way. I don't want to give away too much, but those of you who have watched it know what I'm talking about. I'm like, dang, how are they gonna cover this up? How are they gonna get away with this? Episode 2 ended off in a way where we're like, so yeah, no, I like it and stuff. So I just wish the quality was a little bit higher, but it's pretty interesting. Skip and Loafer. Y'all got me messed up with this one, okay? Skip and Loafer. I watched it. I do love it. Great slice of life. I really like the mystery behind quite a few characters. The main girl, she's cute, she's sweet, I love the voice acting. That's something I noticed right away. It's giving very natural. Very like natural type of voice acting, which you see in like movies, things like that. The animation is stunning, very soft. I think that's the word I used to describe it. The anime feels soft. Obviously the boy, the pretty boy, he obviously has attention around him. And I compared it to the anime Skite Nayo, Say I Love You. I am obsessed with that anime. That anime is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. And it's not the same, they're not the same, but the boy is kind of giving him a little bit, kind of like a similar vibe. However, the one in Skite Nayo is a bit more like, he's still a bit more of a player, like a little bit. It's a bit different, but when he's with the girl he likes, you see how he becomes like, you know, he's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's giving me similar vibes and stuff. The girl is not quite the same as the one in Say I Love You, but stylistically, yes. But, personality-wise, they are different and they are going through different experiences, yada, yada, yada. But I really do like Skip and Loafer. This is one that I did not expect so many people to ask for. I did not expect it to be as popular as it seems to be because it seems like just a sweet, soft slice of life. And it's not one that's gonna trigger like, wow, right? So I just didn't expect so many people to want that one. Yeah, a lot of people do. So that's pretty crazy to me, but yeah, I like it too. Raeliana, the Duke's Mansion one. This one, first episode seems pretty interesting. Seems pretty interesting, I am not gonna lie. She is going to have to navigate this life where she was reborn into knowing what happens all in the future. She's gonna have to try to navigate in order to survive. And she's not the main protagonist. The main protagonist is gonna show up after, and she's kind of getting involved with the main male protagonist. Interesting, really, really interesting plot. And obviously the male protagonist is two-faced. We gotta love ourselves our rich, two-faced, golden-eyed dudes, you feel me? So dang, I really enjoyed that one too. Like, these are all shows I would so react to. Oh my goodness. Cheat Skill in Another World. I am enjoying this one as well. I like the animation. I did have criticism at first with like the typical fat trope that they had. I was like, really? Like, but aside from that, it's giving me Akudama Drive style animation and Tact OP Destiny style. I like it. And when I saw this trailer initially, I was very excited because I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. His abilities in the isekai situation transcends into his real world, which is rare. I guess we don't see that often where he's able to travel through both worlds. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Seems super interesting. And I like how the school that he's attending now is a cool bunch. It seems like they're all going to be really nice people. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what his life becomes as he works both worlds, I guess. And yeah. A Galaxy Next Door. Talk about wholesome. I'm in love with this one, truly. I love it so much. It's just really precious. A mangaka, and then he gets an assistant that like is, I guess, some type of bloodline of sorts that like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so they're like, I'm not gonna spoil, but I'm in love with his siblings. His little siblings, I cannot. Like, every single time they show up on screen and the little boy talks or something, I lose it. Like, he's so cute. And yeah, it just seems super wholesome. Oh my god, it's really a feel-good anime, that one. I really like it. Oshi No Ko. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. This is interesting. This is so interesting to me because if I post a reaction, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. My first initial thoughts on it okay, first of all, when I sat down to watch it, I did not know it was an hour and 22 minutes. So I only found that out 18 minutes in. I was like, oh, and I touched the mouse and I'm like, that's what happened. So when I first sat down to watch it, I was watching it the first 18 minutes. Honestly, I was this close to this close to dropping it. Okay, this close, because I was worried that this was going to be a show that was going to gaze in a sort of odd way towards 16-year-olds. And please, if you're 16, age of consent, try to comment, leave the chat, okay? Don't do that, okay? Let's not do that here. I was worried. I was like, yo, is this gonna be a show where it's just like this feeling of like male gazy on 16-year-olds? That's so weird. I was worried. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know if I just want to watch a show where they're constantly playing on like this whole like I'd smash. Like, I'm sorry. Like I and their idols too. I was like, oh god, no. I was really worried, okay? Not only that, the main dude that said a few sus things, okay, was going to become the child of said idol. I didn't want this person to deliver her baby. I was like, I'd rather not, okay? I wasn't taking it crazy serious, but it still wasn't something I was trying to get into and just watch and see on the regular. So I was this close to dropping it, but I don't give up. I don't give up easily. So I didn't even finish the first episode. I decided, okay, look, after 18 minutes, I was like, look, my camera space and my battery, I wasn't ready for this right now. So I actually stopped. I was like, hey, I'm gonna stop watching this right now and I'll get back to it another time. So I stopped. And then the next day, which was Thursday, yesterday, Dr. Stone. After Dr. Stone, I continued watching it. And I was watching it, da-da-da-da. The babies are so cute, by the way. Like, their design, like, in and of itself, they're so adorable. What? And yeah, as it kept going though, there were still some instances where I was like, twitch. But aside from that, I did really start to enjoy, especially when they grew up a little. When they grew up a little, I kind of liked the situation a little more then. And yeah, I was not sure where this was going, but I was just enjoying it. I was like, we still have a stalker at large. So I was like, what? So I was looking forward to that. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna go down? like in this story? Like, what is this about? What is the focus? Is it just watching her in her idol life? Are we gonna watch them grow up and join her into idol life? Like, what exactly is the focus and the plot of this? Then of course, y'all know what happens. That main situation happened. When it was happening, I wasn't surprised though. I was like, this felt like it was coming. And then that's when, for me, I was like, you know what it's giving? It's giving a little bit of Erased. Erased is different because Erased is homeboy goes into the past to change the future. Tokyo Revengers, same thing, but I don't want to bring Tokyo Revengers. I'd rather say Erased because he was like grown and he entered a kid, like his younger self's body, and he's like missioning as like a young kid. So it was giving me Erased, but you know what it was also giving me? Black Butler, which is so random because at this point in Oshi No Ko, I'm just expecting him to get himself a demon butler. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me Ciel Phantom Hive. I swear, the whole revenge thing, and it's not like he's going into the past to redo what happened. He's trying to get revenge for what already happened against, you know what I'm saying? And his expression, and I was like, it's just giving me Ciel, like a young kid that's just honestly too grown for his age, and his heart is vengeful. Like, it was seriously giving me that. I feel like it's giving me something else, but I can't put my finger on it. Something else about like a small person that has this much, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it gave me Ciel Phantom Hive, y'all. And at that point, I'm really digging it because I feel like what I was initially worried about, that this plot was going to be drowning in, it's not anymore at all. It drifted from that and became something completely different. And I'm pretty stoked to see this, especially knowing who he's suspecting and all that stuff. It definitely took a turn that's like completely different direction than what we expected. And knowing that he's actually an adult being young, where we get to see this person that's being treated as an adult that looks like, being treated as a kid that is looking like a kid, yet he's an adult that is out for blood. So I look forward to it. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of y'all obviously picked this one. With that being said, it's probably what I'm gonna do, but it's definitely, it's giving, and animation is pretty as well. So all right, the Marginal Service. When I first saw the picture for this, I was like, yeah, definitely. What? why did like, let me y'all already know. I don't know. I feel like this one's, the rating isn't that high and not a lot of people are watching it. When I first saw the picture, the ad, come on, of course. I was like, send it my way. Okay, so this was one. This was like one of the cover arts for it. And then there was just the other version. I'm like, why? I need to know why they're naked. I thought this was gonna be some firefighter type, like we naked, I don't know what's going on, but I was here for it, okay? I was here for it. So I watched the first episode. I actually found it quite interesting, and I like the characters. I like the leader of the group. He's really handsome. And I was actually really enjoying it. Then it became like super cringe. Like, I just didn't like how they introduced the group. It was just so like, really, like they said their name and then they're like each in different colors giving ranger vibe. I was like, no, why did you introduce them like that? Like, honestly, I enjoyed every other aspect of the show I did, and it was really nice. Like, I'm still gonna watch it because I actually really do like it. The concept too is pretty interesting. It's like the idea that there's another kind living among us. Like, they look like us, but they're like the whole reptilian thing. Like, they look like us, but they're not us. They actually are creatures and stuff that they're like hunting down or whatever. So the concept is very interesting to me. I like it, but then they had to go, literally everything about it is good. I just wish they threw that introduction of every character in the garbage, like throw it away. I could not. I laughed. I could not. I died. Okay, so no thank you. But I'm still gonna watch it past the introduction. We're not gonna get any more introductions since they've been introduced. Thankfully, they don't have like a cringy transformation scene. So everything should be fine here on out, minus that like little scene. But yeah, I actually like it. Ranking of Kings. Oh, Ranking of Kings. Okay. Naturally, Ranking of Kings was a must for me. I was without a doubt going to react to it. Naturally, I did the first season. But I'm not feeling it this season. First of all, I don't even understand what this is. Like, I don't really understand if it's kind of side stories or an actual continuation. Like, I'm not really sure. But I did watch the released episode, and I just feel like it really just feels like sit down and watch. You know what I mean? It's not I don't know. Like I said, if it's season 2, then we're expecting some like developments and stuff, but I don't know. Out of everything that's out right now, what I watched on Thursday, it just wasn't giving like, yes, this is what I want to do for this season. But Boji is as cute as ever, as always. So guys, when I pick things that I want to react to, naturally I take into account popularity. It's not my first thing that I take into account, but I take into account because I definitely want to, like I said, when I love a show, a lot of it has to do with community and how many people love it as well. I feel like this creates engagement, and it's more fun that way. I love it when there's a lot of engagement. I like it when I go on my video and there's a lot of comments, a lot of people saying what they want to say. I love engagement. So for me, when a show is gonna get a lot of engagement, it excites me. It's exciting. This is what Demon Slayer did. Demon Slayer has such a hype. It's just exciting to see how many people are coming together to enjoy it. So I do take popularity into account, but it's not my first thing. I have to enjoy it a lot too. Why? Because I can watch a show, like the reaction is not the hard part, because the reaction is just me sitting down watching a show as I would any other time. It's fine. For me, it's the work that comes after. Actually, even the reacting can be hard sometimes, because if I'm not that excited to get up and sit behind a camera, set up my camera, get dressed, and do the reaction, then it weighs on me. Like, I feel kind of like, oh, I didn't really feel like doing that for this. Like, I would have just sat down on my couch and watched it. Like, I didn't really feel like, you know? And what determines a reaction for me as well, like I said, is editing. Crucial. Editing is crucial because editing takes the most part. Editing is actually the hardest part of what you guys are watching. This takes time, it takes energy, it takes interest, and it also takes a lot of my day, which sacrifices other things. So I have to want to edit it. Isn't this funny? Like, I could enjoy watching it, but if I'm not feeling up to the editing part of it, then it becomes a burden. And so that's what helps me decide what I do. If I'm excited and hyped to edit a video, it's the one. And yes, there are shows where I'm hyped and excited to actually edit it because I get to go back and look at it and I get to play around with it. Like, it's actually more fun. So for me, it's like, if a show excites me to edit it, then I can happily pick it to do reactions. If it's not exciting me that much to edit, then I kind of don't want to do it. So that's kind of what makes me pick reactions and whatnot. So I guess the moment you've been waiting for, clearly by an overwhelming standpoint, Oshi No Ko wins, like 100%. You guys really want that one a lot. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely intriguing, especially with the plot twist. I feel, don't hate me, this is just my personal opinion, I feel like it's a little bit overhyped though. I didn't expect this response from it. Like number one, everyone watch is gonna be like #1 of the season. I'm like, really? Like, it's good. I didn't realize it was that good though. Like, it's good. It's good. Without question, it's good. Maybe this is from people that know what's to come. I don't know, but I didn't expect, because it's an idol slice of life type vibes. And of course it had a mystery aspect to it and then the plot twist. But I definitely thought that because of the surrounding theme of like the whole idol life, and it was just kind of like babies that like her kids became adults, or adults or her kids or whatever, like the scenario, I thought maybe it would get overshadowed and like shoved down, and I just didn't think that it would stand at the top as it has. I'm very surprised, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very surprised. I have no issues with it, I really could care less, but I'm very surprised to see how hot it is. That was never something I expected. But at an overwhelming standpoint, it did win. Next is Yamada. I expected it, honestly. I expected Yamada. A lot of people were liking it, and I get it as well, for a rom-com. And then the second one is Skip and Loafer. Third one. Unexpected. I don't know, because these seem like especially Skip and Loafer, seems like a chill show. So like, it's not something I expect that there would be like a hot like hype around. So I'm very surprised as well. So many of you commented that exact number as your top 3. Oshi No Ko, Yamada, and Skip and Loafer. So many of you have that exact same top 3. Maybe not in the same order, but those 3 titles are in your top 3, like so many comments. And if not, it was within your top 3s as well. So won by an overwhelming number. It's such a surprise to me, but I'm not mad at it because I love all of these as well. So those 3 are probably gonna be the ones that I end up adding to my my season reactions this season. As for, I want to talk a little bit about Tonikawa. As for Tonikawa, I know I did season 1 and I'm really enjoying it. I really am. Like, I just watched it and it was a lot of fun. Among all the shows that are out right now though, it's not giving me as much excitement to edit as it is some of the other ones on this list. So with that being said, I'm speculating whether or not I drop Tonikawa or I have a very irregular release. Like, I might not post it the day it comes out or as often. It might really be pushed to the side just because obviously I like it. That's not a question. There's so many like exciting shows on this list that are new and fresh that I'm like, there's a vibe, and it's tough, but like I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not feeling that same level of excitement when like I'm editing Tonikawa. It seems like just like, oh yeah, that was fun, that was a laugh, that was nice to watch, but it's not really giving as much in terms of plot, in terms of things to be wowed by. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving as much of that. So I'm like, I'm second guessing it a little bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to make this video to just kind of like talk about my thoughts on the shows that are out. Ooh! Oh my god. Okay. Insomniacs After School. That one was actually, I did read it and I was intrigued by it, but by the title and what it was about, I automatically pushed it aside because I was like, based on everything else, I don't think this one's gonna make it into my top, my reaction list. Out of all the hot stuff that were coming out, I was like, okay, this is cool and all, but I just didn't think it was gonna make it into the main list. Y'all surprised me though. There was a lot of people requesting this and I haven't even watched it yet. So many of y'all requested it and I'm like, dang, is it actually like that good? I'm definitely gonna check it out 100% now. As for reactions, it didn't quite make the cut, but I do want to check it out and see like, dang, like a lot of people are asking for this, like what's up? So I'm curious about it now. So thanks for sharing that. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video where I talk about this a little bit, share my thoughts on the different anime, and I guess we'll see where this goes for the spring season. But so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You guys can feel free to leave your thoughts down below of all these anime. No spoilers please, and I shall see you all again in my next video. So thanks and bye.